Welcome to Live Parkinson's, Live an Exceptional Life, where we explore real strategies for living well with Parkinson's. I'm your host, Chris Custenbotter, and I've been living with Parkinson's for 15 years. And the mission of this podcast is to help as many people as possible living with Parkinson's to lead a great quality of life. This is the first episode of our special 4-part series for Parkinson's Awareness Month. Each week this April, we'll dive into one powerful strategy that can help you not just manage Parkinson's, but thrive with it. Today's episode is all about one of the most powerful tools in our Parkinson's toolkit, exercise, or, as I like to say, move to improve. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Exercise? Are you kidding me, Chris? I have trouble just getting out of the chair some days. And I certainly get it. There's days that I felt like that as well. Parkinson's can make movement challenging, but that's exactly why it's important to keep moving. Now, here's the truth. Exercise isn't just good for people with Parkinson's. It's essential. Research continues to show that regular physical activity can slow the progression of motor symptoms, boost our mood, improve our balance and strength, and even enhance our brain health. Let me say that again. Exercise helps your brain. It boosts dopamine, which we need for movement. It supports neuroplasticity. That's the brain's ability to adapt and rewire or form new neural pathways, especially when we're learning something new. And it gives you a real sense of control in a situation that can sometimes feel unpredictable. So what does this look like in real life? It doesn't mean you have to run marathons or become a gym rat or swim the English Channel. It means finding ways to move that work for you. And that could be a 20-minute walk around the neighborhood with your family and friends. It could be a Parkinson-specific boxing class like Rocksteady Boxing. It could be stretching or yoga in your living room. It could be riding a stationary bike or taking a Parkinson's cycling class. It could be dancing to your favorite music, or maybe Tai Chi with one of your friends. The goal? You want to get moving at least 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. Let me say that again. You want to get moving at least 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. And if that sounds like a lot, start with 5 minutes and build from there. It's always important to start slowly and then build, rather than going out and trying to overdo it the first day and then you don't want to do it again. So start slowly and then build. That's a great way to approach it. Now, let me share something personal. When I was diagnosed over 15 years ago, exercise became my lifeline. Now, I was always a person that liked to exercise, or I did exercise, but with Parkinson's, I thought, am I still going to be able to exercise the way I did before? And to my surprise, I was. So exercise didn't help me just physically, but mentally as well. Because like most of us, there were days that I didn't feel like lacing up my shoes. My balance was off, or I was having trouble with my walking. But I did it anyway. And even after a short walk or a light strength workout, I always felt better. I felt stronger, and I felt more hopeful. Now, one of the biggest benefits, it boosted my confidence. With each workout, I reclaimed that little piece of independence, and I was able to show myself, yes, I can still continue to do a lot of the things that I used to do. Now, let's give you a quick tip time. You want to get started today? Here's a real simple routine you can do right now. Starting off with marching in place for 2 minutes, then do 10 chair squats. Just sit and stand using your legs. And if you need support, like holding on to a wall or a support person, I highly suggest and recommend that you do that. And then next is stretch your arms wide and hold for 10 seconds. You want to open up your chest. And then repeat that sequence twice. And guess what? Congratulations. You just moved your body, boosted your brain, and invested in your future. All right, Parkinson's may change how we move, but it can't stop us from moving forward. Whether you're newly diagnosed or have been living with Parkinson's for years, exercise is going to be your ally. It gives you the energy, the strength, and the hope to keep pushing forward. So this week, I challenge you. Commit to moving every day. Keep a simple logbook and notice how it impacts your symptoms, your mood, and your outlook. I bet you'll really be surprised. You'll notice that how exercise really does change all three of those. Now, coming up next week, we're going to dive into another powerful strategy, nutrition, and how what you eat can either support or sabotage your progress. Until then, keep moving, keep smiling, and remember, you're not just living with Parkinson's, you're living an exceptional life. If you found today's episode helpful, please subscribe and share it with someone you love. And please check out liveparkinsons.com for free resources and community support, as well as subscribe to the free monthly newsletter. We'd love to have you as part of the community. And you can also support us in this podcast on the Ko-fi page, which is kofi.com/liveparkinsons. Every little bit helps us reach more people with Parkinson's around the world. So thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week. And until then, stay healthy, stay strong, and continue to live your best life with Parkinson's. Thanks again for listening, and I hope to see you soon.